Welcome to EE Academy. In the previous episode, we presented several examples of how to enroll wireless devices into the MTX-300 module. Today, we will show you how to configure the controller and the devices enrolled into the MTX-300 module from the MTX-SOFT program. Okay, what do we need for that? Today, we are going to use a PC computer with a Windows operating system, an MTX-300 controller in an enclosure with a power supply connected, a USB RS converter to connect the computer to the controller, an NPD-300 wireless motion detector, an MMD-300 wireless magnetic detector, MPT-300 and MPT-350 key fobs, an MSP-300 wireless Siren, SOW-300 beacons that will be needed to indicate activation of the outputs, and the MTX-SOFT program that can be downloaded free of charge from our website. The wireless devices, including detectors, key fobs and Siren, have already been enrolled into the MTX-300 module. The SO300 optical beacons have been connected to outputs 1, 2 and 3 of the module. Let's start the configuration then. The controller is already connected to the computer. Run the MTX-SOFT program. In the configuration menu, select RS232 and then the correct COM port. Click the button designated as COM4. The controller has been detected. Accept the connection and read data from the device. To start with, open the Diagnostics tab. You can check here that everything is okay with the module and the wireless devices. We have in mind tampers, battery status, not available status, and the level of radio signals. For example, open the MPD-300 detector enclosure to violate its tamper protection. You can see that appropriate information has appeared at the detector. Additionally, the TMP output status has changed. Close the enclosure. The tamper information is now shown as saved. You can delete it. Additionally, you can open the Diagnostics tab to check the radio signal level for each device. Here's an important note. Much the same as during configuration and installation of other wireless systems, you must check the levels of the radio signals before installing the devices permanently. If the radio signal level from the device, when situated in its final destination position, is low, then install it in another place. Now you must configure the detectors. To do so, go to the appropriate tab in the program. First, define settings of the motion detector, that is, select the output and determine its response to a violation of the MPD-300. The output is to be active for a specified time. Use the function of monostable output designated as mono here. You have available 4 fixed cutoff times and 8 programmable ones, whose duration can be defined in the Times Outputs tab. Open the drop-down menu in the Output column and go to the Out1 Mono. Select the time of 2 seconds. Output 2, though, will be enabled for the duration of the magnetic detector violation. Consequently, for the MMD-300, set Out2 Mono Pulse. After making changes, send the data to the controller to check if the module will respond properly. Violate the motion detector first. This will turn on the output for 2 seconds. On the other hand, violating the magnetic detector should activate output 2. The connected beacon should be turned on until the end of the violation. Okay, everything works okay. Now we will show you how to configure responses to the key fob control. We remind you that MTX-300 supports all key fobs offered by SATEL, operating at 433 MHz frequency. So let's go to the key fobs tab. You can assign a set of control commands to each key fob. For the MPT-300 and MPT-350 models, you can call up to 6 different output functions. Important note, you can use each key fob button to run functions of not only one but several or all outputs of the MTX-300 module simultaneously. This makes it stand out among the ordinary radio remote controllers in which the key fob buttons control only the single outputs. Of course, the functions of simultaneously controlled outputs can vary. For example, one output can be activated, another one deactivated, and a third one activated only for a specified time. First, you are to program the functions of the MPT-300 key fob. Assign activation of outputs 1 and 2 to the white circle button. and the black circle button will be used to disable these outputs. Finally, assign activation of outputs 1, 2 and 3 for a specified time to the triangle button. So, set the cutoff time for outputs 1 and 3 at 2 seconds, while output 2 will be active for 10 seconds. Where several key fobs controlled in the MTX-300 outputs are to have the same functions, it will be a handy solution to copy the settings of a key fob that has already been configured. Using this method, you can quickly assign the same set of functions to several key fobs. To demonstrate this, let's assign a copy of the first key fob settings to another key fob. You can do this in the configuration column. Finally, send data to the module. Now check whether your key fobs work according to the settings. The white circle button should activate outputs 1 and 2, while the black circle button should deactivate them. The triangle button is to turn on all SO300 beacons for a specified time. Outputs 1 and 3 have turned off after 2 seconds. Output 2 should still work for a while. Okay, everything has worked out as it should. Now go to the Input Sirens tab. You can set here which siren is to be activated by exciting of which input and what type of signaling it should be. In the Inputs field, select Optical Signaling for In1. In the Sirens field, you can see that currently only one MSP300 module is enrolled into the controller. Here, check the triggering from Input In1 option. Send the data to the module. This completes the configuration of the MTX-SOFT program. In order to check whether the signaling can be triggered correctly, you must first exit the service mode. So close the RS-232 port in the program. The PC message has disappeared from the display. As you can see, the module has quit the service mode. Violate the In1 input then. Okay, the optical signaling in the MSP300 works correctly. Today we have shown you how easy it is to program the MTX300 module from a computer. Of course, the presented configuration is only a tiny fraction of what the controller can offer you. Please remember that MTX300 can be used not only as a standalone device, but also with any alarm control panel or micro-alarm system. That's all. Thank you for your attention. We invite you to watch next E-Academy episodes. See you soon.